I had always been a Christian since I was born. But when I was around the age of 15, in 2009, I just started feeling disconnected. I had never been a part of a group, never felt like I fit in anywhere, and I didn't have any friends. I've never had any friends, which is kind of sad. Being homeschooled and only leaving the house to shop and go to church activities really limited the friend pool. Anybody I ever enjoyed spending time with, my mother and father would find something wrong with their parents or their home life and then just remove me out of the equation. There was a lot of isolation and just unhappiness. And when I was 18 in 2012, right after I graduated high school in May, I started getting extremely depressed. Living in such an isolated, narrow tunnel vision environment, no job, no money of my own. It was just so depressing. And not much I can say about it. I started reading books from the church library, which now looking back, most of the books were terrible. Very sexist, very purity culture, very rape culture enabling, very bad. But now I can look back and see the kind of books I read and the kind of information that I was taking in, and now I can kind of understand more about the toxicity of religion. I always had a relationship with God outside of my family. My parents were extremely controlling and tried to force me into Christianity. I mean, I was so indoctrinated, I thought that becoming a Christian was my own idea. I mean, if I'd wanted to be a Muslim or a Jew, yeah, I could see how my parents would support that. They wouldn't. Looking back, being in therapy for 2 years, you can't make a choice when that's all you know. If you don't know any other way, you can't make a choice. The choice makes you because there is no other option. It's kind of like having one color of crayon. Of course you're going to use that color. That's the only color you have, the only color you know, the only crayon you have. I mean, when people say that having a relationship with Jesus as a child is a consensual thing, it can't be, because you don't have your own bodily autonomy. You don't know anything else. Why would you choose something you don't know? You always choose what you know and what you're comfortable with and what you know enough about to make a valid, objective choice. And you can't make a valid, objective choice when this religion is the only thing you have any clue about. And I kept doing the repetitive thing of maybe, well, this time having a relationship with God didn't catch on, so let's try it again. And it was over and over and over. And it never caught on. I never felt like my prayers were answered, never felt like somebody was answering it. But everything turned out right, so I thought maybe that was God answering prayers. And I was so depressed, and